In the early 1990s, New York City was a place of contrasts, a bustling metropolis where dreams were made, but also a city shadowed by danger, especially for its LGBTQ+ community. It was within this complex environment that the story of the Last Call killer unfolded, a chilling tale that began in the vibrant yet vulnerable gay bar scene of Manhattan. On May 28, 2001, Richard Westall Rogers Jr., a quiet, seemingly unremarkable nurse at Mount Sinai Medical Center, was confronted by police officers who had tracked him for weeks. He had no idea that 8 years of investigations and advances in forensic technology had finally tied his fingerprints to the green garbage bags that had contained the dismembered remains of 4 men. Rogers, a man with a dark past who had once escaped conviction for murder, had meticulously hidden his crimes for years. Moving to New York from Maine after being acquitted for the murder of his roommate, he sought a fresh start and soon began working at Mount Sinai, immersing himself in New York's gay bar scene. One of his favorite haunts was the Townhouse bar, a popular spot for older gay men, where he was a regular. But for all the camaraderie and socializing that took place there, violence loomed large over the gay community in the city, with attacks against LGBTQ+ individuals on the rise, and often ignored by the police. In this environment, Rogers found his victims. Among them was Peter Stickney Anderson, a distinguished gentleman from Philadelphia who had frequented the New York gay bars. Peter was last seen alive on the night of May 3, 1991, at the Townhouse. 2 days later, his mutilated remains were found in garbage bags along the Pennsylvania Turnpike. His death was a shock to his friends and family, and it would be over a decade before any answers emerged. A year later, another victim, Thomas Mulcahy, a devoted father and successful businessman from Massachusetts, was last seen alive at the Townhouse bar on July 8, 1992. 2 days later, his remains were discovered along Route 72 in New Jersey, similarly dismembered and discarded. Despite the clear connections between these murders, including their victims' similarities in the location of their last sightings, law enforcement struggled to piece together a case. It wasn't until years later, when forensic science caught up with Rogers, that the full horror of his crimes was uncovered, revealing the chilling presence of a serial killer who had preyed on vulnerable men during their last call.